Hi everyone, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles. Welcome. So today I have something very special to share with you guys and lots to talk about. So first let me show you some of the things we're going to make. We're going to make some merry trees and stars. And if you've been around for a while, this may look a little bit familiar, but it's a new version, a new edition of the merry trees and stars. Now this one was made specifically for folks that follow me over on Patreon. So there's a couple of options if you're interested in this kit, and it's actually usually for my digital patrons, and then folks that have membership levels that they receive Happy Mail. There's a few of those. They also get the digitals. I commit to a one-page digital twice a month, so like 2 drops and at least 1 page. I've been doing a little more. I've been doing about 2 drops, but they've been a little bit larger. This one's actually a 10-page kit as a Christmas gift to folks over on Patreon. Now you can get it. You can, if you decide to be a digital patron, it's $3 a month and you get both drops each and every month. And so that's the most economical way. But you can also purchase each of those posts individually. And so if you really want this and you don't want a subscription, that is an option, and you can head over there. Everything will be linked in the description. The other option is the original Merry Trees and Scars, and then edition 2 are available in my Etsy shop. So you can purchase those there. So there's lots of ways to make fun trees. Look at the little corgi. And I did a star, and this one's a giraffe. And last year I made a ton of these. I sold a bunch at my craft shows, but I also put them on my gift packages. So I've got to, live up to that with my family. So we'll be making lots of merry trees again this year. Let me show you the new edition of the kit. Well, first of all, let me tell you, there's also this freebie on my Buy Me a Coffee, and it coordinates with the original Merry Trees and Stars and with the new version of the kit. It would work for edition 2, but you'll see the colors are a touch different in that one. So this is on Buy Me a Coffee if you want this full page of washi tape strip kind of faux things. All right, this is the new kit. So there is the reindeer. There's a few Feelin' Holly Jolly, Christmas Crew, a blank tree. Family is the best part of Christmas. Lots of stars, because I love doing a lot of layering with these types of paper. So we layer the trees and the stars and everything. Some words. Cute owl. I can't wait to make one with you guys today using this one. This is where you see the music. It's Jingle Bells. So you've got Jingle Bell Tree. We've got a star with jingle bells. We have a kitty cat. We have this cute little mouse with his hat and scarf. Love it. Merry and bright. Some more of the smaller size trees. And then we've got that giraffe. And this is a bunny, but he has his hat on, so you can't see his ears. And then the corgi. This one says, this fussy cat, dance like Frosty, shine like Rudolph, give like Santa, and love like Jesus. So there you go. And Merry Christmas. And then for page 10 of this kit, the new one, I took those washi strips, but I made them in a smaller size, and did 2 that would be a good kind of card size, and then skinnier strips. I just thought that would be fun to have to play with, a different size. So there's that. Okay, so again, if you have questions, let me know. The info will be in the video description. I'm going to very quickly show you. This is the original Merry Trees and Stars. Merry and bright. Probably one of my most favorite kits. Silent Night. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And it's just a bunch of little Christmas angels or fairies. And I have some videos that I did last year showing some ideas using these. But it's all, I really like layering them and adding them to journal pages, making gift cards, tags, all kinds of things with them. Okay, so this is, I think I printed this a few times. Like I said, I'm about to go into decorate a bunch of gift bags and things mode. Okay, so that was that one. And then there was a version 2 that has some cute little images. This was a request, so I did a Santa And I've got Mrs. Claus. And see, the colors are just a little different too on this one. The cute little chick, an elf, a little reindeer, another Santa. So yeah, these were printed just for me to start working with. So I know there are pages in that one with the blank trees and all those different things too. So go take a look at those. I'll link them in the video for you in the description, and you'll have that if you want to play with it. But we're going to play with the new version, reimagined for 2025. So I have quite a few already cut out, and I'm going to just hopefully share ideas of different ways to assemble them. This one, I just had a little sparkly brad, and I did 3 of the stars, and this is going to look cute on a journal page. It's going to look cute on a gift bag or a gift package, something like that. And I put some eyelash trim the top of this one so you can hang it or tie it on. And then this one I just put, it's actually a sticky brad, so it doesn't go all the way through, just to make it shiny. Now another thing, and I kind of stopped and decided to just start the video. So I am going to also show you another thing that I like to do with some of the words in the kit is, I'll show you. Holly jolly. I think our giraffe looks very jolly. I'm going to ink it a little, but see, we could put it down here. We could put the word to the side, and it does give it just another little touch. Whoops. All right, so my husband just got home and the garage door came open. Y'all are going to have to tell me if you can hear it as much as you used to. This new microphone is supposed to have some noise canceling features too. So yeah, I like that with the holly jolly on there. So let's just kind of make a few. One idea I had using some of these smaller trees. I don't know if I want to do let's do the bunny. And I can't remember if I did this last year or not, but I was just playing with them. I think, wouldn't it be cute to do one kind of oriented this way? And then we might be able to, you know, put one of these. Now we can also always add some stars as well. We could do the smaller star. I think I have a star punch that would be cute to top too, but let's just ink it and then decide how we want to do. They're super cute, I think, if you even, just like I did with this one, you know, you don't even have to layer it. You can also lay it down on another piece of paper and cut out around the tree to have it be, you know, like it has a little border of maybe a solid cardstock or some book page, something like that. But this is, again, just one of my, I keep telling you guys, I love making ephemera. Yesterday I made the Alice tags, and it's just, especially at Christmas, it just feels like, you know, more decorations is better, right? More pretties. So thank you for being here, spending a few minutes with me. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, drop me a comment, subscribe, tell me what you're thinking about, you know, all of those fun things. All right, I think I'm going to layer them like this, and I'm not sure what else I'm going to do, but knowing it's going to get a majority. Whoops, not the tree trunk. Majority of this. We'll see how it does. Line it up. You can always come back and put a little more glue if you need to. Cute. And I'll do this in the same way. Now it does look, it might look better. I'm gonna kind of bend this back a little just to see what it would look like with just one trunk. Or do I want to see all 3 trunks? like a big wide trunk. It's kind of leaning towards the one. I am going to leave it for now, but remember, if you want to, just snip those off if you wanted to. Okay. And this is also a fun time, again, to just pull out if you've got sequins and ribbons and whatever you want to decorate with, because these are Christmas trees. And we can definitely make them cute. I think it's okay with the wide kind of three trunk idea. Now, I'm trying to decide what I like a star, and I'm kind of thinking if I do anything, it's going to be little bitty stars. So I might do, and there are some cute, I really like the words I did on some of the original kits. So, you may want to, like I said, pop over there and look at those and see what you think. What do I want to do? I really like how this looks. And now I'm just not sure. I may take the word believe. And I'm just trimming it off. And I, again, am using my Vintage Photo Distress Oxide. It's been treating me very well. All right, I'm going to put that right there. I think I can walk over here and you'll hear me again, my new mic, yay, and see if we can find quickly in my drawer of punches a star. All right, I have a snowflake. That would be really cute. I know I'm not dreaming. I'm sorry about all the banging, you guys. Oh, I don't see it. Oh, there's an ornament. I don't think that's going to work for what I want, though. Okay. Oh, there's the star. It may be too small. Okay. Snowflake and star. Here we come to show you what I found in the drawer. Okay. Fun. Let's see what this looks like when we punch it out. I have a bunch of stars that I have not cut out yet. And we'll just use it just to see. I'm kind of trying to gauge size. Oh yeah, I think that'll be cute. And like I said, I maybe even do 3. Now, I think I'm going to go to the page where I printed these out. I didn't line that up very well, did I? Sorry. Just cut it off. It'll be okay. All right, let's do... Whoa, let's see what the star looks like, when it kind of just has the some multicolors. I think I'm liking that instead of just the solid star. They're flying everywhere, y'all. Okay, there we go. That is an oldie but goodie Stampin' Up! Punch. And these are tiny. I mean, pretty tiny. I would say if you go to like I know y'all can't see what I'm doing. If you go across, measure from tip to tip, it's about 3/4 of an inch, if that helps anybody. But if you happen to have a star punch, I think one even a little bigger would work great. I don't think I would go much smaller, but the stars that are in the kit are all larger, and I don't know about y'all. I don't know that I have the patience to cut out stars this size. The big ones aren't hard, but I just think this would get a little too much on my fingers. if I was trying to cut them out by hand. Okay, so I'm going to put one there. And I'm going to do one here. And one here. That's kind of cute. Now, something else that would be really cute is to add some kind of, I think, sparkle to either the trees and or those stars. Now, I'm going to be smart today, hopefully, and test this. See, get it to come out good on a scrap before. I'm going to just put it right there. It's like a little white pearly, liquid pearly thing. Before I start going full blown with them. I got them all over a project the other day because it was a lot more liquidy than I realized the color I chose. And I think it could have been a temperature travel thing. I'm hoping. And I'm going to make sure I shake that bottle up really good next time before I use it. Cute. And I think I'm going to do the little polka dots on this little bunny's scarf. All right, we're going to set this one aside while we keep crafting and look at it in a little bit. But isn't that cute? I think it is. I like it. All right, so that was a little bit different design. I have not done anything with this reindeer. This is one of my favorites, the owl. So let's plan something for Mr. Owl. And I did want to show you, and again, I think these look really good mounted on book page too. But let's take this piece. This is the freebie. Again, I'm not sure how it'll look, but we'll try it. I'm just going to go ahead and glue it down, and then we'll just cut it out. And it may not be enough of a contrast. It may be better on a different paper, but I want to try it and see. Or if I used one of the trees that already had a little bit lighter background, but I want to play with the owl. So here we go. All right. And this paper, even if you don't have any of the Merry Trees and Stars, this will just be a fun Christmas paper, I think, to have in your stash. For backgrounds, for a base of a card, that kind of thing. All right, I'm going to eyeball it and cut around it. About like, I don't know how much that is. It's less than 1/4 of an inch. A little bit less, probably. Okay. Woo-hoo. And I could have traced it and cut it out and then laid it on here to see if I even liked it. But I decided to go for it. It's one of the things I do enjoy about digital papers. And I know for a lot of people, the expense of a printer and all of that is a lot. Our garage is going up and down a great deal. But unlike when I buy a paper, a scrapbook paper kit, or scrapbook paper, and I use it and it's gone, sometimes it's hard to use my favorites because I'm just, I've got to make sure that I'm committed, right? And at least with the digital papers, as long as, my printer's okay and I have ink and I have paper, I can print another owl tree out. I can print another one of these background pages out. So it's not the end of the world if I, decide, okay, that did not work. Okay. All right, let's get these out of the way for now. And I'm going to try to get this ink a little bit darker, maybe even like a walnut stain would have been a better choice to really get kind of a obvious outline of ink around the edges. But this is also a way, like if you want to layer it differently, like I like seeing the layer where it's, this tree is not exactly in proportion in size to the layered tree. I think that looks cool. But you can always do this with any papers. This sort of looked pretty with a red paper behind it or another green paper. Again, I think book page would have been a fun option. All right. What do I want to do? Thinking I want to put a star on this one. And the question is, which star and what colors? I may go like this and like this and like this. Is that too much? Do I just want maybe one not quite so big? I don't know. I play a lot to decide and lay them on here. Can also, ooh, let's do one like that. That's kind of pretty. Not twist them, or, you know, turn them. You'll see. My words, my words, my words. So tell me, if you do Christmas shopping, have you started? Are you finished? Do you wait till the last minute? Are you done, you know, months before? You know, what kind of shopper are you? I've done a touch of my shopping, but because I'm going to be going to New York to see Sarah, my daughter, we're going to be doing Christmas shopping together. And so and she's like, we have so much to do. And I'm like, I know, but we can do it. We'll have a list and we'll be focused. And then if we don't find something, then I'll do some more shopping when I get home. I'm not too worried about it. Now that the kids are older, it's a little different, which is great. You know, it's more about time together and experiences like the trip to New York, that kind of thing. And thoughtful, you know, smaller things. And it's fun that way. And we do a gift exchange that, you know, everybody participates in, so that when we have extra folks around, we don't have to get every single person, you know, like this, my son's girlfriend doesn't feel like she has to get, his stepsister's boyfriend a gift, if that makes sense. So, yeah, we kind of attempt to make it a little bit easier that way. I'm gonna see, and I think that's too little. I got a little bit of glue up here, so it's making me a little not happy about how that turned out. So I may have to think of something. I could always layer another one over top. I like the yellow and green like this though. We could put the word peace. I don't know. I might like that if I trim it. Let's see. Can also attempt to put some sequins or something. If I do peace, I kind of like it in a different spot. So I'm going to just set that there. And it's also possible that glue will dry and it will be fine. Let's see about poking a hole. I'm going to do, yeah, I did a pretty good job getting it in the middle, didn't I? Okay. And I'm going to see about some ribbon. Not sure what ribbon. I'm just grabbing stuff. Wasn't sure, but this with a little bit of green and peach might actually look cute. Let's see what happens. If not, I was thinking maybe just some of the fuzzy eyelash trim. But if I do this, see, then this one can hang. Let's see. I'm always messing. All right. I'm going to hope I didn't cut this too short. All right. I kind of like that. So I want to hang this one. I think it's cute. What do I have here? So I'm almost wondering, it might look strange, but I'm going to try it. If I just... Oh, I like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me hope my hot glue is heated up, because I don't trust this sticky by itself. It's going to go right there and touch the ribbon. There we go. I think that's cute. Okay, so again, we can do a lot of decorating. We can do a little bit. Star. Whoa. Those just like to pop off of there. It just makes me a little bit anxious. All right, now I kind of want to do that. I've got the kitty cat. I have... Now this is how I did the prototype. I used one of the larger trees, and then I put this one here, and then let's do the fun fuzz. Now if we want to, I'm going to do that on this one. I'm going to cut the trunk off of this one so that when I layer these, we just have the one trunk. Get a little bit of ink. I hope you guys like these. Please let me know if this is something you'll enjoy. And oh, and normally on Mondays, the videos that drop, it is my weekly library card challenge, where I give you guys a prompt and we alter a library card. I haven't stopped that series. I just we're not going to do it this week. Unless I do it on a different day and I get to it. I had this prepped and ready to go, and I decided I wanted to go ahead, since it is a Christmas pattern. I just thought y'all would rather have this a little bit earlier rather than later, if you decide you'd like to make some of these, you know, for your gift tags or your journals. So that is the thought behind that. I'm going to put that there, because I really want to use the Merry Christmas. And of course, these can be used for other things. And the other thing that to me I think is nice about these kits, you can cut, you know, around that kitty cat and use it for something else if you want to, if you don't necessarily want it, you know, on the tree. All right, I'm going to use this hole punch, and we're going to punch a hole. And then you can get eyelash sparkly ribbon like this on Amazon. You used to be able to get it like at Joann's. They may have some. I know Michael's has a lot of yarns and threads too. So you may be able to get some there. All right, I'm going to try to push all of these through, and I could have used the bigger hole to make it a little bit easier, but I like it to be a little bit snug. All right, so I kind of looped them over, and now I have this loop, and I'm just going to pull it through, kind of like we would if we just had, you know, a single ribbon. And then to try to make it a little bit fluffier looking, I'm just going to tie it off, and maybe one more time. So we have a nice kind of chunky knot here, and then That was the piece that was looped. Now, again, you could leave it with the loop so you can hang it or something. These would probably be, you know, we could cut them even a little bit shorter, but because I may want to tie it on, I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to leave it fuzzy. Okay. Now, another one that I would like to do, maybe it's this one. I don't know. Maybe it's this one. I was going to see what some pom-pom trim might look like. And I have this green that's a really small pom-pom. Again, I got to get all this straight. Where is the end? I just saw it. Okay. So we could do pom-pom trim down here. Let me show you kind of the difference. The red, and I don't think it's too big, but the red that I have, you know, would really kind of dangle. And the white is the same size as this. I'm going to do the green. We're going to do the little one. So let's cut a piece the correct length. I'm going to undo this, and then I'm going to make a commitment. When I'm done with this video, I am going to wrap this around something so it doesn't get all balled up funky. You'll find out next time I pull it out if I did that or not. That's my goal. All right, got the good scissors. Now, before I do this, let's do the ink, and I am going to use the hot glue. And if you don't want to ink your trees, you do not have to. It would also be fun to pull out the green, if you have a green one. And I have all those Stampin' Up! Ink pads. They're old, but they're still juicy and work. And I dye seam binding with them and to do different things. But you don't have to use just distress ink for this type of inking. You know, we could pull those out and use a color if we wanted to. I just don't ever really think about it. But if you have ink pads like that, don't think you can only distress with these. All right, here we go. And other ribbons would be cute on here, or on one of these. Isn't it fun how just like a piece of paper can turn into something so sweet and magical? Did not get that straight. It has a nice little to it. It's okay. How cute. All right. Now, I think I definitely need a star. These big ones, I love when I do just the stars. And I've done one with like a whole bunch, you know, like you just kind of kept going with the layering. See how you can just kind of keep going and how fabulous that looks. But the largest size that I made in the kits, I just think is a little too big for what I'm doing. This one is a touch smaller. A little bit big. Let's see. What would this look like if I do these two? What is this one? Maybe we'll do, because this now matches the scarf and the tree. That would be kind of cute. All right, what do I want to do? I also have this one that's super cute. And I may just make some clusters with those. Okay. Let's just put it down and then see what else we want to do. I have little pieces of paper everywhere. Okay. I am going to have the next video in the journal series where I'm altering the book. You guys, trying to decide if I want to do, the green was fading away a little bit, but I do like that pop of red. So I've got to decide. Do I want the green on top or the red on top? I think I want the red on top. All right, I'm going to glue these together and then put them on. So anyway, part 2 will be out this week. And maybe even Tuesday. I'm not sure yet. Depends on what I'm doing tomorrow or if it'll be something else. And I've got some other Christmas themed things we're going to get to here pretty soon. And then we'll probably start moving away into thinking about the new year and all of those things that happens. We still have this baby. Okay. Is there one of these that I would like popped in here? Joy would be cute. All right, since it's not holding a piece of ribbon, it could be okay. So it kind of brings out the yellow. Well, that's stuck, so we're going to leave it there. I thought I had just sort of laid it down. All right. The only one I haven't done, and then of course some of the, the blank ones, but I tend to use those for layering, but you definitely could make your own. These are going to be fun just to add to little clusters and tags and more of these. Should we do peace on here somewhere? Let's see. Please let me know if you're going to make some. Which of the 3 Merry Trees kits is your favorite? I would love to know. All right, it already says joy, so I think I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, tell me which one of these that is your favorite as far as whether it's the tags I've made or the 3 different kits. This one has the different animals, and then there was the one with the fairies or the little angels, and then there was the one that had like Santa and some of the cute little, the elf and some of those. Now, this is the one I did with the liquid pearls, and look at how nice that's drying. Yeah, and they're nice and sparkly, so I like that. Okay, please let me know what you think. I sure had fun. I hope you did too. I'm going to make some more trees. Have a great day, everybody. Until next time, thank you.